Fast story. Int. Living room. Night. A warm and cozy family home. Pictures of a happy family hang on the walls. Maria, 42, sits on the couch, visibly distressed, holding a family photo. Her hands tremble as she speaks in voiceover. Maria, VO. I thought I had the perfect life. A loving husband, a beautiful daughter, a family that stood by each other no matter what. But a single lie shattered it all. Cut to. Flashback. Family. Maria, her husband James, 45, and their daughter Emily, 16, are laughing around the dinner table. They look like the ideal Maria, V. It all began on an ordinary evening. Dinner conversations, laughter, and the illusion of happiness. But within days, everything in Emily's bedroom. Emily sits on her bed, texting. Her face looks conflicted. Suddenly, she bursts into fake tears and storms out of her living room. Moments later, Emily runs to Maria, sobbing uncontrolled. Emily, Mom, Dad walked in on me while I was. Pauses, sobbing, changing. He just stood. Maria's face freezes in shock. James enters, confused. Maria, James? Is this James? What? No. Emily, why would you say something like Emily crie avoiding eye. Emily, he's lying. He's always around me. I don't feel. Maria, V. I should have listened. I should have believed the man I'd loved for 2 decades. But in that moment, fear took. Kitchen. Maria angrily confronts James, while Emily listens from the hall. Maria, what kind of man does this? She's your daughter. James. Maria, I didn't do anything. You know me. Maria, do I? Because right now, I don't even recognize. Maria, V. My doubts became a storm, fueled by Emily's tears and her refusal to be near her. Montage. Family tearing apart. James tries to talk to Emily, but she locks her. Maria sleeps in a separate room, crying into her friends and relatives whisper behind James's back during a family Maria, V. Word spread fast. My sisters stopped inviting James to family events. My own parents began questioning his character. Lawyer's office. James sits across from a lawyer, pale and defeated. Lawyer, false allegations like this can ruin lives. If you don't want to press charges for defamation, here is little you. James nods. Living room. James packs a suitcase, while Maria watches silent. James, I can't do this anymore, Maria. I've spent months trying to prove something I didn't even do. You've already made up your. Maria, James, please what? Stay? Pretend like this didn't break me. You chose her lie over. Maria, V. He left that night. And with him, the foundation of everything I thought Emily's room. Months later. Emily sits with her phone. A friend's text pops up. Why did you make that up about your dad? Emily's face goes pale. She hesitates, then texts back. It was the only way to get my mum on my living room. Maria finds Emily's phone on the couch. She reads the messages, her face draining of. Maria whispers number. Montage. Maria's realization. Maria flashes back to James defending him. She remembers the family whispering, the cold nights, and James. Tears stream down her face as she sinks onto James's apartment. Maria knocks on the door. James opens it. Maria, James. I know the truth. She lied. Emily lied about everything. James stares at her. Unresponsive. James, and now you know. But it's too late. Maria, please. I was scared. I didn't know how to handle. James, a mistake? You destroyed me. You turned our family, my friends, everyone against me. You didn't trust me when it mattered. Maria, V. I begged for his forgiveness. I cried. I pleaded. But deep down, I knew I'd lost him. Emily's room. Maria confronts Emily, holding the Maria, how could you? How could you do this to your own father? Emily, Mom. I didn't think it would go this far. I just wanted your attention. Maria, your attention? You destroyed our family for it. Emily, I didn't mean to. I thought you'd believe him. Not Maria. And now? Do you see what you. Maria, V. Her apology meant nothing. Not to me. Not to James. Not to the life we want. Ext. Park. Maria sits on a bench, watching other families pass by. She looks at her phone, a family photo of her, James, and Maria, V. I lost my husband. My family. My peace. All because of one fake text on screen. Trust is fragile. Once broken, it can take a lifetime to rebuild. Some wounds never. Seconds. Int. Living room. A modest home. Photos of a blended family are scattered around. Katie, 17, sits on the couch scrolling through her stepdad, Rhode Island Shard, 45, and mum, Lucy, 42, are hurriedly packing. Richard's kids, Jenny, 14, and Dylan, 12, are excitedly running around with Kate. Where are you guys? Lucy, avoiding eye contact. Oh, just a little. Kate, what trip? You didn't say anything about Richard, sighs Katie. It's just a quick getaway for me, your mum, and Kate, the kids. I am your kid too, remember? Lucy, honey. It's complicated. We didn't think you'd want. Kate, you didn't even. Lucy looks uncomfortable, but doesn't respond. Richard picks up a suitcase and heads toward the. Richard will only be gone a few days. You'll be fine. Kate, home alone? Are you serious? Lucy, we'll leave money for food. It's not a big. Katie, not a big deal. It was always the same. Richard and his kids came first, and I was just. Int. Katie's room. Katie stares at her phone, scrolling through pictures of her mum, Rhode Island Shard, and his kids at a beach. They're smiling, clearly having fun. Her eyes well up with. She picks up her phone and dials her. Kate, hey dad. Can I stay with you for a. Dad, oh, of course, kiddo. You are always welcome. Katie, it wasn't a hard decision. If they didn't want me around, I'd go somewhere I was want. Int. Dad's house. Katie enters her dad's small but cozy home. Her dad, Michigan K, 48, hugs her. Mike, you don't need to explain. I am just glad you are. Kate, thanks Dad. Mike, you know, you're always my priority. Kate, smiling. Katie, for the first time in a while, I felt at peace. But I had no idea how much chaos I'd left behind. Int. Family home. Lucy and Richard return from the trip, dragging suitcases. The house is eerily. Lucy, Katie, where? No response. Lucy searches the house and finds Katie's room empty, with a note on. Lucy, reading. Gone to Dad's. Don't bother call. Richard, sighs. She's Lucy, Richard. We left her alone for day. Richard, she's 17. She's. Lucy, no, she's not fine. I should have listened. Richard, you can't let her guilt trip you. Every time we do something. As a Lucy, she is family. Int. Dad's house. Lucy shows up at Mike's door. Mike answers, clearly. Mike, Lucy, Mike. I'm here for Kate. Mike, she's not going back with you. Not after what you. Lucy, what I did. Mike, you don't understand. Mike, I understand perfectly. You left your daughter to fend for herself, while you played happy family with someone. Katie, oh, Dad. It's okay. Katie appears behind Mike, hesitant. But, Kate, Mom, why did you leave? Lucy,